Everybody, JRenee, and today is October 21st, and the reason why that is such a blessing to me is that means that I made it through October 20th, and it's a brand new day, and I have new mercies. It's so quiet in my house right now that I can actually hear birds chirping outside, so I bless God for that. I'm here with you to just keep in the forefront the fact that October is an important month for so many people in this world. It is Physical Therapy Awareness Month. I don't know if you knew that, but I'm a physical therapist by profession. I am a writer and orator by passion. So give your local PT a hug today because they work hard for you. And that's a lot of school. Shout out to Simmons College, master's program. Woo-hoo! It is also Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And as you know, it is a subject that's very near and dear to me. My main character in the Anointed Breath series, Renee Chase, she's not only a wonderfully gifted Emmy Award winning news writer, but she's also diagnosed with breast cancer and is an awesome thriver. Her story is amazing. And we need research, people. We need to keep it in the forefront. And also, I am rocking my gorgeous purple flower for Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Remember that silence hides violence. You don't got to worry about buying singles. You don't got to worry about wearing purple. But I do want you to be aware that daily, men, women, and children are being abused by people who say they love them physically, mentally, and emotionally. So let's please keep that in the forefront. And that's just being real. And since I'm being real, I would like to share something with you, a piece that I have been working on. And it's called Being Held Hostage. So a disclaimer, it is by JRenee, and that's who I be. If you are offended, then you know where I'm at. You can call me. But no, it's called Being Held Hostage. And so I hope you are blessed by it. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me and the world can't take it away. But sometimes I feel like Christians have hijacked the word joy and put it in a box where they think it should stay. Whoa, did Miss Raise Your Hands in Praise just make a derogatory statement about Christ? No, I'm talking about those ones that say they're blessed and highly favored and yet they're so judgmental. Now that's not very nice. I'm talking about the ones with hands full of stones called guilt, shame, and I know what you did last night, weighing down their arms, ready to throw at the first sign of weakness that comes into sight. When in actuality, they only know what happened because they were sitting beside you in the same places. Not a long ago sinner, but I go to church every Sunday, kind of Christian that happens to have not one, but two faces. No, this isn't that humble category of temple that's not divided into a denomination, a living sacrifice, not disguising their past shame, even the amber of their scarlet mark, because they know that God makes beautiful things. He makes gorgeous things out of the dark, y'all. You see, I've seen too many people at various stages of their spiritual walk with shoulders heavy, burdens dragging them down, but you're supposed to take on his yoke. It's not the God in them that makes them so downtrodden and confused. It's God's people, casting side glances, whispering, twisting lips, shaking heads that makes them feel so abused. Without knowing the private conversations, the tilling of the soil, the sifting in a person's intimate, I need thee, O Lord. They have put their tongue on their demise, on how they perceive your end to be, not your savior, not your sword. I've learned in all my vast dealings with human beings that speak different languages and use their hands to describe things that they've seen, that it's all in the interpretation. Sometimes words that we've created in our culture and other religions and societies, they don't have any meaning. Like you need to be covered, or where two or three are gathered, taking out of context to mean you need to be part of a brick and mortar church. But if we three be under the sky with stars placed by the Creator, then we are covered right there on our knees in the dirt. So let's get to this modern day ransom note hanging over our heads with letters strategically cut out from the word, a creative use of scriptures not based on our specific seasons or experiences with Christ, just a bunch of this is why you're wrong. You heard? I come with a different message. I absolutely do not deal with hostage negotiators. Since I've found Christ, I have more joy. So let's forget all the haters. Guess what? He knows that I get upset when my bank account is low. He knows that I like to scream and cry when I watch my favorite show. He knows that the first word that comes to mind when I stub my toe in the middle of the night is not fudge, but he still went to the cross for me knowing all this, and he did not budge. He knows that I love words, the way they sound. I hear them, I smell them, even read words that I swear I can taste. He knows that we have it so deep and that all I want to do sometimes is look upon his face. He knows I'm a weird black girl, Christian rock, country song loving, worship no matter how long and who takes the time to look. And he also knows I'm going to get up and get my groove on doing the butt. All I got to do is hit a hook. He knows I appreciate frivolity. At times, just to have a quiet 2 minutes to paint my toenails a sickening color blue. It may not be a color that he chose for me, but it makes me happy and he delights in that too. As a deeply in love, trying to live so that all of my ways acknowledge him, spiritual reflection. To those who wear the Christian tag, I'll be the first to admit every one of my steps is not in the right direction. But I do not let myself be chastised by humans. I do not let the drip, drip, drip of their naysaying waterboard me into shame. I've learned along this journey that the ones that talk the loudest are running from their own demons. They see the ugly head of their past. It's their self-doubt that is to blame. There's this thing called fasting. If you haven't tried it, I recommend. It's not just turning down a meal or two. It's abstaining from those things that you feel have you locked in. It's a sacrifice, so it means it's not just a thing you can leave alone and pick back up without feeling the pain or empty space of its absence. Sometimes it's committing to do more of that thing God has been whispering in your spirit, that things that goes beyond the tangible touch, that physical sense. For the journeyer who has just planted feet on this winding road, the one who just got up and left no note and no clothes, wholly trusting because you heard the word to follow me, do not be discouraged by what your human eye can or cannot see. Only know that you need be guided by the voice of the Almighty, and do not be taken hostage by your past, current circumstances, or men in their faces. Lean entirely on thee. Being Held Hostage by JRenee. God bless you all.